We got ourselves a little bit of controversy here, huh? So the one of the best-selling video games of 2019, the top-selling fighting video game of 2019, will not be competing in EVO this summer, which is the #1 fighting game tournament of the world, which is pretty weird. And I have my Alex Jones conspiracy on it, but I'll get on that in a second. So the lineup is as follows. There it is. Street Fighter and Tekken. Those will always be at EVO, rightfully so. Those games are internationally huge. I mean, that's just not American. I mean, you got Korea, you got everybody in the world's playing those games and competing in those games. So we get it. Okay, those games should be in there. Soul Calibur? I thought Soul Calibur failed. I mean, I thought wasn't even. I don't even think it was at EVO last year. So a game that came out in 2018, didn't compete in 2019 EVO, is now brought back. Okay. Now I get it. Mortal Kombat. The competitors in Mortal Kombat are mostly American or Canadian. I don't think there anybody outside of this area right here competes in it, and they have spoken out how they are treated as second class or even third class citizens. Like their tournament will end at like 1 in the morning, and then they're told, well, I mean their slot will end at 1 in the morning. Then they're told, yeah, be back here at 8 a.m. because you're on at 8 a.m. Oh, by the way, your top 8 won't be on the freaking streaming service. You know, you guys will have to watch it delayed or something. That's stupid. So there's that. All right, second, and big deal. EVO will now be televised for the first time. I think it's the first time ever. It'll be on ESPN, one of the ESPNs, probably like ESPN Plus, and that's probably going to be the biggest factor right there, because we know that Mortal Kombat is a violent game, and if it's going to be on TV, they probably want it reduced. Now, the game is still being supported. You telling me the developers can't give 6 months to make like a Super Nintendo version of freaking this game where you have all the mechanics and you just take out some of the blood, don't allow the fatalities or brutalities? I mean, you tell me that option. Another thing is, and this might, I don't know, they can't get this confirmed. These companies, it is believed these companies have to pay for their games to be in this tournament. And alright, here we go with the Alex Jones theory. Alright. Warner Brothers supports NRS, which NRS builds Mortal Kombat and Injustice games. Warner Brothers also supports DC Comics and the DCU. Now that ESPN is getting involved in EVO, ESPN and Marvel are owned by the mouse himself. There he is, the evil mouse. I am suspecting that the mouse has stepped in and said, we don't want this game, which is, I mean, let's face it, Warner Brothers is one of its chief rivals. It's probably the only movie studio that Disney doesn't own. So one of the few properties that Disney doesn't have, and I probably at this point government intervention won't even allow them to freaking get involved with Warner Brothers, because it would be a monopoly at this point. So that's going to be my theory right there, is that was the final straw. Either they didn't even give Mortal Kombat a chance, or NRS a chance to get their game in EVO, or just ask for such a ridiculous amount of money for it to be in there. Now, I don't know if this is going to affect anything with the way this game's produced, because I mean, this game made a lot of money. Yeah, I see Twitter things where like people say this game's boring. Well, you know what? You know what's boring? Watching Dragon Ball Fighters. There, I said it. Just seeing someone repeatedly press the square button and doing 30-hit combos. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, the animation's great and all, but that's boring. Street Fighter and Tekken, those games are fantastic to watch, and that's why they'll always be represented. This game is not boring. This may not be for everyone, I do agree, and everyone has a right to an opinion, but this game is like a chess match. Like, so anybody that writes on Twitter like, oh, thank God this game's not there anymore, it's boring, how is that boring to watch? How is this boring to watch? I'm freaking... Anyways, those are just people hating, because there's always people that gotta hate. And just one more piece of evidence that Mickey was involved. A Marvel game will be at the tournament. Will it be Marvel vs. Capcom, the fourth one? No, because we all know it was awful. Will it be Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which was actually not too bad? Nope. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, a game that came out in 2000 and consoled in 2002. 18 years ago. Just wow. Now I get it. Marvel vs. that game was seen as one of the best fighting games of that time. But should it be at EVO 20 years later over one of the top selling fighting games of the year? No. I mean, come on. Seriously? Should it be at EVO? Yeah, why not? I mean, it should have a little side tournament. In fact, it's being treated like a side tournament. It's an 8-man invitational. Yeah, so that's just further evidence, and I get a lot of people are excited that it's going to be on the thing. But yeah, if someone turns on ESPN to see like, oh man, this fighting game thing's happening right now, and it's a 20-year-old game, come on. I mean, oh. So yeah, there you go. Those are my thoughts. If you like this game, please watch some of the Combo Breaker or the Final Combat tournament. It's the only way to really support this. There's nothing else. There's nothing else you can really do. So, those are my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out some more later. Bye.